Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unpack the secrets behind today's most interesting financial filings. Today, we're diving into a snapshot of BIP Ventures Evergreen BDC's recent dealings. And let's just say they've been busy raising some capital. Get ready, because we're about to decode a private placement that might just be the tip of a much bigger iceberg. Before we dive in, if you are all about getting the real story behind the corporate world, hit that subscribe button. And hey, we've got a thriving community over on Discord already sharing insights. You can find the link to join in the description below. So, what is the big news? BIP Ventures Evergreen BDC, or BIP Ventures Evergreen BDC as we'll be calling it, has been selling a bunch of its shares. We're talking about over 376,000 shares. They didn't just give them away either. Each share was priced at $34.51, adding up to a hefty sum of more than $12 million. Now, the important part here is that these weren't just any old stock sales. This was a private placement, meaning they sold these shares directly to a select group of people, specifically accredited investors. Why is this private placement an unregistered sale? Well, typically, when a company wants to sell its stock to the public, it has to go through a whole registration process with the government, which is complicated and expensive. But there are exceptions. In this case, BIP Ventures Evergreen BDC is using a special rule, Section 4, Art 2 of the Securities Act. And Regulation D, think of these as special passes that allow certain private companies to sell shares without all the public fanfare, as long as they're selling to sophisticated investors who are presumed to be able to do their own homework. It is like a private club where entry requires a certain level of wealth or financial knowledge. This means they didn't have to file all the detailed paperwork you'd see in a public offering, so it is a quicker way to raise money. This filing a Form 8K is essentially a report that companies have to file to let the public know about big important things happening that aren't part of their regular financial reports. And this private sale is definitely a big deal. It tells us that the company is actively seeking funding and believes it has a solid pitch for investors. It is a strategic move to get capital without the broader market scrutiny that comes with a public sale. This particular company, BIP Ventures Evergreen BDC, is registered in Delaware, a state that is often chosen by companies for its business-friendly laws. It also has its principal executive offices in Atlanta, Georgia. The company's purpose is what is known as a business development company or BDC. Now, one interesting detail is that BIP Ventures Evergreen BDC is checking the box for emerging growth company. This is a designation given to companies that are relatively new and smaller. It allows them to take advantage of certain relaxed regulatory requirements, which can include benefits like not having to comply with new accounting standards as quickly. It signals that they're still in a growth phase, trying to build their business. Looking at the broader picture, BIP Ventures Evergreen BDC is essentially raising money to presumably invest in other businesses. For a BDC, bringing in capital is crucial because their whole model is about investing and growing their portfolio. This private placement shows they found investors who believe in their strategy. So, what does this all mean for investors and for anyone watching BIP Ventures Evergreen BDC? Firstly, it indicates a healthy investor appetite for what the company is offering. Raising over $12 million through a private placement isn't trivial. It suggests that their investment thesis is compelling enough for sophisticated investors to commit significant funds. Secondly, by using a private placement, they've likely moved faster than if they had pursued a public offering. This agility can be a significant advantage in the fast-paced world of investments. However, there are always things to watch out for. Private placements, while efficient, can sometimes mean less transparency than public offerings. Investors in these deals need to be particularly diligent in their own research. For BIP Ventures Evergreen BDC itself, the challenge will be deploying this capital effectively. The success of this private placement ultimately hinges on how well the company can generate returns from the investments it makes. In conclusion, BIP Ventures Evergreen BDC's recent private placement is a clear signal of proactive capital raising and investor confidence. It is a strategic move that allows them to grow their investment portfolio efficiently, while the specifics of their investments aren't detailed in this particular filing. The infusion of over $12 million is a significant development for a company operating as a business development company. For now, they appear to be on a solid path to securing the resources needed for their growth objectives. Alright, that is our breakdown of this BIP Ventures Evergreen BDC filing. What do you think about private placements and how companies use them to raise funds? Do you see this as a smart move or something to be cautious about? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this deep dive valuable, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe for more regular corporate insights. Don't forget to check out the Discord community linked in the description. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next one.